Satvik Coffee with Richa. Hi
Cheers.
Richa, nice to meet you.
Hi
After a long
Akshay,
time,
yeah, really
excited
nice to meet
you
you.
here at the
Yeah.
Satvik Fest. Right? Firstly, tell me your experience after coming to Satvik Fest. How was it?
Satvik Fest is just so incredible. I came here and the whole vibe was so lush green. It is right by the lake. I know there is a lot of meditation. There was sound healing, yoga. So the whole day was filled with activities to really rejuvenate your body, your mind, and your soul.
Absolutely amazing. And what are you currently right now drinking?
So this is actually a vegan hot chocolate. It does not have any processed hot chocolate. It's made up of cashew milk and it is so delicious. It does not have any artificial sugar. It is made up with pure dates.
Wow, amazing. And I believe like you must have tasted like various other foods also here at the Satvik
Yes.
Fest, right? What are the other things like you tested out here?
So I really love the Satvik pizza. There's also Satvik mozzarella and Satvik cheese, which is basically without any cow's milk. It's all made with nut butter. There are different types of, there's gulab jamun, so everything that you can think of without any maida or any refined sugar. So the food that you will be consuming is not going to make you fat or sick. It is really going to be very good for your body.
Amazing. And Richa, you must have seen I'm doing the longevity summit, and one of my aim is like how I can share that knowledge, the real knowledge, so that people can live for 150 to 200 years. What are the core pillars like you think, right? One has to basically have to live long for 100 years for the longevity.
Yeah, so I think for longevity, what is very important is, first is your sleep. Second is your diet, like what kind of a diet is your diet really nourishing you and your body, or is it just giving you some empty carbs? Next important pillar I feel is exercising. Do you have enough muscles? Because muscles would be required for you. If you want to be sustainable, you will need muscle mass, because as we all know that after the age of 30, the muscle mass starts to decline in both men and women. So it's very important to cultivate a lot of muscle mass. I think supplementations are also important. Fourth my tip would be from supplements, because body cannot produce all the minerals. So for some things like B12, etc., we need some supplements. So supplementing your diet with the right supplements is also very, very important. Fifth important thing for longevity, I think, which is very inspired from Blue Zone, where people in some parts of the world which they live 100 plus years. Yeah. I think it's very important to have your ikigai, which is your purpose in life.
Correct.
What makes you get out of bed every morning? What gets you kicking and excited? So I think fifth thing would be to find your ikigai, to find your purpose. And sixth important thing, which I feel, is community. Like we're here, we're surrounded by the Satvik community. There are so many people, even we both are a part of. I think very important to be with like-minded people. Imagine if I was just following the Satvik lifestyle all alone. No one around me. I will feel it would be so much troublesome for me to do it by myself. But with the community support, learning from each other, growing together, supporting together, I think we can go miles and miles ahead.
Absolutely. It's also told in Japanese, even from Ikigai, right? Like if you are staying in the right community, you can live longer also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. That's the importance of community, and that's why Satvik is a community.
And why should someone actually follow the Satvik lifestyle? If you see many people eat the dead food or like the junk food or like the non-veg and everything, right? Why should one actually become like a vegetarian, and what are its advantages?
Yeah. So basically from the Bhagavad Gita, I would like to quote, there are three types of gunas or tendencies that we all, that can be there, and we also have it sometimes fluctuating in ourselves. There is a tamasic. Tamasic is very hot and spicy and very stale food that you eat. If you will eat that food, that is how your thoughts are going to be, which is going to be, full of aggression, violence, etc., etc. Second is Rajasic food, Rajasic tendency, and also Rajasic food, right? Rajasic food is extremely hot or sour in, very, very chili, etc. Flavors will make it like a Rajasic food. And if you will be the Rajasic tendency is basically when you are very much driven by the ego, you want to be better than others, you have anger, etc. And the third guna is actually Satvik, which is how this whole name has come about from the Bhagavad Gita. Satvik means functioning from a greater self or your inner goodness, right? Which is being kind to people, being compassionate, helping others, being generous. So when you are orienting yourself and your life from that guna, so why are we not drinking cow's milk? What's the big deal? People are eating, like chicken and all the animals.
Correct.
What's the big deal about we not eating? We are not eating because we are respecting that life. That the milk is there for calf, it is not there. If a mother's milk is given to anyone else, we will reward. But we are okay to drink the milk which is for the calf. So that's why the sattvic tendency is to respect nature, respect the life cycle, and that's why we now follow the sattvic lifestyle to operate from our inner goodness, to have those tendencies of compassion, of kindness, of curiosity, of calmness, and joy towards everyone else. We don't want to be happy or get good taste in our mouth at the cost of harming the calf or the cow or eating the dead animal. So that's why we follow this lifestyle, and I think this is the best lifestyle that you could follow is actually the sattvic lifestyle. It is very good for your body, and then automatically sattvic thoughts will start to come.
Right.
Kindness, compassion, a lot of humility, courage, those kinds of thoughts will start to come, and a lot of people agree by this, and the whole community behind is a living proof that this really works.
Absolutely love that. It's like garbage in, garbage out. If you put the fresh food, like fresh thoughts. If you put dead food inside your
Absolutely.
stomach, like we'll become dead.
Absolutely right, Akshay.
And what do you think are your top 3 biggest takeaways and learnings from Shubha and Harsh? You are following them since 2020.
Yeah. So I've been following them for over 4 years. I think one big thing which I've learned from Subha and Harsh is to really have fresh food in the body. So earlier I used to have almost like the biggest chunk in my plate was carbohydrates, which is like having 4 chapatis, little bit of sabzi and little bit of dal. Now I have reversed it. It's like 60% I eat raw, I eat vegetables or fruits, and then I remaining have a little bit of 25% of carbs. So I think I have started to do a very balanced, and because of that I have started to look much more youthful, and I am much more the energy levels are really up the roof because of that. So I think that is one. Second, doing a deep cleanse. So I do juice fast twice every year, in which 3 days I try to kind of just be on juices. So that really gives a very deep inner cleanse. Your system gets a complete rest. Your stomach does not have any job because you're only on juices. So there's a protocol to be followed. I really like the juice fast. And I think the third thing I love about Subha and Harsh is the sense of service, and is to see them living their mission. They have found their ikigai, and it's so heartwarming to see someone who is living that purpose, and how they started from very small community to now today they have all over the India and all over the world. They have launched their recent book, and they're going to places. I'm so happy to support them, that because they took it upon themselves. Even I could benefit, even you could benefit. So grateful. That's what happens if one person finds their ikigai, they can encourage the entire world, I believe. So
Absolutely.
and I think the book is lovely. I would highly recommend everyone to buy and to read this book. It's basically Sattvic Revolution. It talks about 7 life-changing habits for your peak health and joy. So grab this copy.
Guys, to check out, and why it is so important for one to come to this kind of Sattvic fest which is happening here at Bangalore.
I think it's so lovely to be surrounded by like-minded people, to grow together, to learn from each other, to get tips. I got to know so many things today, and to learn and to really support each other. We all need each other's back to keep on going on this journey, because it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to kind of go back to the old ways, but we need that constant determination
Absolutely.
to follow through this sattvic path, because the other path of tamas, which is tamasic and rajasic, is much easier to follow, but the sattvic takes a lot of courage.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Richa,
Thank
for
you,
sharing
Akshay.
your
Thank you for
valuable
having me.
wisdom.
Yeah.
And guys, do check out. Tell me what's your top 3 biggest takeaway, and also grab the book. Okay, go to Amazon and order it, and you'll thank me one day. And that's all for now. See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.